What was supposed to be an unforgettable night of music turned into a living nightmare. On November 5, 2021, more than 50,000 fans gathered in Houston, Texas for Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival. But within minutes of the rapper stepping on stage, chaos broke loose and what followed became one of the deadliest concert tragedies in modern U.S. history. 10 people died, hundreds were hospitalized, and thousands more were left traumatized. This wasn't just a mishap. This was a total collapse of crowd control, responsibility, and ultimately, humanity. But how exactly did it happen? What do the survivors remember? And why do some say they're still haunted to this day? Let's break down everything the survivors have revealed and why the story still isn't over. The moment everything went wrong. Travis Scott had hosted Astroworld before, but this time, things were different. The energy in the air was electric, but tense. Security was stretched thin. Emergency planning was almost non-existent. And by the time Travis took the stage around 9 p.m., the crowd began to shift. It wasn't just excitement. It was pressure. Literal pressure. As fans surged forward to get closer to the stage, thousands were funneled into a deadly bottleneck, with the left side of the stage becoming a trap. People screamed for help. They begged for the music to stop. But nothing changed. Travis kept performing for nearly an hour as the crush grew worse. People were losing consciousness, being trampled, some never stood a chance. The victims' names we must remember. Among the 10 who died, the youngest was Ezra Blount. He was just 9 years old. He'd come with his father, hoping to see his favorite artist live. Instead, he was placed in a medically induced coma after falling from his father's shoulders during the surge. He never woke up. Mirza Beg died a hero. He sacrificed himself to get his fiancée Olivia to safety. Franco Patino and Jacob Juranek were best friends, just 21 years old, full of life and plans for the future. Both were lost in the same crush. And Barty Shahani, a college senior, described by her mother simply as love. Her family still hasn't recovered. These weren't nameless fans in the crowd. They were daughters, sons, siblings, friends, people with dreams, people who should still be here. Survivors speak out. It felt like dying. What's more chilling than the statistics are the survivors' memories. Aiden, a friend of Brianna Rodriguez, one of the victims, recalls the exact moment the crowd collapsed. One of those waves just hit both me and Bree. We all fell to our backs, he said. I could hear her in pain, asking for help. I was the second layer. There were people under me, and then people stacked on top of me. Aiden said it felt like drowning, like being underwater, running out of air. And then, someone pulled him out. He lived. Brianna didn't. Then there's Arturo, who suffered a heart attack in the crowd. He credits a stranger, a nurse named Sofia Santana, with saving his life. She performed CPR in the middle of the chaos. That near-death experience changed both of them forever. They stayed in touch, bonded by a trauma that neither of them asked for. Hopefully, we're friends forever, Arturo said in the Netflix documentary Trainwreck, the Astroworld Tragedy. Travis Scott's response: too little, too late? In the hours after the concert ended, fans demanded answers. And Travis posted a short message: I'm absolutely devastated by what took place. He promised to support families. He claimed he didn't hear the screams, but many didn't buy it. In his first full interview with Charlemagne the God, Travis maintained that he didn't know what was going on in the crowd, that it all just sounded like a regular show. He said he stopped the music a few times, but admitted he couldn't tell what was happening. 2 years later, in 2023, Travis told GQ he feels a constant weight from the tragedy. Those fans were like my family, he said. And while he admitted it took him months to make music again, he says that's how he processed the pain, through creativity. But for some, his words felt hollow, because for many families, the pain hasn't stopped. Legal fallout: who was held accountable? The fallout came fast. 10 wrongful death lawsuits were filed against Travis, Live Nation, and other organizers. All 10 were eventually settled privately. No public details. No public accountability. In 2023, a grand jury declined to indict Travis Scott on criminal charges despite public outrage. So to this day, many fans, and especially the victims' families, are still asking, how did this happen, and how did no one go to jail for it? The Netflix documentary, a painful reminder. The documentary Trainwreck, the Astroworld Tragedy, reignited public interest in the case. Through raw interviews, it gave survivors like Aiden and Arturo the chance to share their truth. Safety experts analyzed the venue's fatal flaws, and viewers were left stunned by just how preventable it all seemed. From the lack of exit routes to the limited visibility of the crowd from the stage, the documentary made one thing painfully clear: this disaster could have been avoided. Where are they now? Some survivors, like Arturo and Sofia, are still processing their trauma. Others are still attending therapy. Some, like David McGilver, say they can't listen to Travis Scott's music anymore, not after hearing him say on stage, "Y'all know what y'all came here for," as people screamed for help. Many families still speak at public events, trying to raise awareness for concert safety. And some, like Barty Shahani's mother, continue to fight not just for justice, but to make sure no other parent has to lose a child like she did. And still, no one truly held responsible. 10 lives gone, thousands forever scarred. And yet, not a single person faced criminal consequences. The Astroworld Tragedy was more than a concert gone wrong. It was a catastrophic failure of planning, empathy, and action. One that haunts fans to this day. So the next time you see thousands packed into a concert pit, screaming for their favorite artist, remember this: music is supposed to bring bring us together, not bury us. Because the real question still lingers. How many more lives need to be lost before something finally changes? Love you, gang. Stay safe, stay loud, but most importantly, stay aware.